Hey everybody. Well, I've had a great year with peppers this year, so I thought I'd try something new. I'm going to try and make some hot sauce out of some of my peppers. And I'm actually going to make a smoked hot sauce. So what I have here, I have about 4 ounces of orange habanero peppers and about 7 ounces of cayenne peppers. And I believe this should give me a couple of 5-ounce jars of sauce. So first step is going to be smoking them. And some of you may have seen this contraption before. It's something you can pick up at a hardware store or Canadian Tire, Walmart, and it's meant for smoking. And these pellets are just little applewood pellets that are meant specifically for smoking. If you're going to try this, make sure you don't get the heating pellets. They're different. They're just a hardwood heating pellet. You need to get the specific smoking kind. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get these guys cut up and we'll get this started and then I'll be back. Okay, we're back and I've cut the peppers off, basically just to cut the stalks off, left them whole otherwise. And I've got the smoker started here. And like I said, you can pick these up basically any hardware store. And I've got enough pellets here to go about 3 hours, believe it or not. They last quite a long time. I'm just doing this on my charcoal barbecue. I don't have any charcoal in there, it's not on. I don't want any heat with these guys. I simply want to smoke them. And I'm going to get this closed up and we'll check back in a little bit, see how they're doing, give them a little stir, and we'll keep you updated. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, the sun's starting to set, so I thought I'd do a quick little update. You can see she's smoking pretty good and we're coming along nice. We've still got a ways to go. I'm going to be out here in the dark for a bit. That's okay. What I'm going to do, I'll keep stirring them occasionally and probably get them bagged up, throw them in the fridge, and in the morning we'll get moving on to the sauce. So we will see you then. Hey everybody, back again, and we're going to get going with the sauce here. So I thought I'd go through the ingredients list with you, and I will list them down below as well. What we're looking at here, we had about 11 ounces of hot peppers. I'm going to call it 10 for the sake of the recipe. Not much difference there. So we have 10 to 11 ounces of the hot peppers. I have 2 cloves of elephant garlic that came out of our garden. If you're using regular garlic, I would say use 3 to 4 cloves, but it's a matter of taste as well. So we have a cup of vinegar. We have 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt or coarse salt here. We have 1.5 tablespoons of white sugar. And we have 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And that's everything you pretty much need for this. Now, one thing I want to mention, you're going to want to have a pan with a lid. This is going to heat up. It's going to smell. It can affect your breathing. So keep a lid on it while you're cooking. I'll show you that as we go. Ventilation is important too. I'm going to be setting our fan on high. If you could maybe have some windows open, that would be good as well. So anyway, I am going to go and get these peppers and garlic cut up, and I will come back and we'll keep going. Okay, we're back again. I've got the oil in the pan, and I'm just going to turn this down a bit, and we're going to get the peppers that I've now cut up in the pan, and we're going to let those simmer for about 8 minutes. I'm hoping the sound is okay. I do have the fan on full, so I'm going to let these guys sit and simmer on low, right down to low, again for about 8 minutes. And the next thing we'll add is the rest of the ingredients. So I will be back shortly. Hey everybody. Okay, so it's been about 8 minutes. I am going to add the garlic now. I have opened it up to stir a couple of times, and I tell you, it's pretty potent here. So anyway, I get the garlic in. Okay, I'm going to need to use 2 hands for this, but you get the idea. I'm going to get the garlic in, get it stirred up, and we're going to let it go for another 2-3 minutes before adding the rest of the ingredients. So I will pop back in. Okay, back again. We're at about 2.5 minutes here after the garlic was added. So the next thing, we are going to drop in the vinegar, the salt, and sugar. So get that in. vinegar. Here is the sugar. And the salt. Now, let's just get that all mixed up here. Okay, now the idea here, we're going to get this guy up to a simmer, and then we're going to let it go for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to turn the heat up a wee bit so I can get it simmering. And once it's simmering, like I say, we're going to turn it back down again to a soft simmer and let it run for 10 minutes. And we'll be back after that's been done. Okay, just want to jump back in here for a minute. When I turned it up to just like 3 or 4, it was taking too long to simmer. So just so you know, I did end up putting it right to high. Now that it's got a simmer going, we're going to go right down to about a 1 to go for that slow simmer. So now we're going to wait about 10 minutes or so, and she should be good. Talk to you in a bit. Okay, so we've been about 10 minutes now, and just so you know, I did end up turning it back up a bit because turning it down right to low just was not letting it simmer. So she is simmering nicely, you can see here. And I'm going to turn her off now. Get the lid back on. And just going to slide her over, get off the heat. And let that sit for a bit, cool down. Next step will be getting her chopped up. So I'll be back in a little bit with that. Talk to you soon. Okay, back again on to the final step, which is to blend up the hot peppers and get the sauce going. And I picked up 4 bottles here from the dollar store. It cost me $1.50, so I'm not sure how that's a dollar store, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm not sure how many bottles I'm going to need. I'm sure I won't need 4, but grab them just in case. So I'm going to go ahead and get this blended up, and we'll have a look, see how much we. Okay, after mixing that up, I've just done a quick test of the consistency, and it's not quite as runny as I would like. So I'm going to add a little more vinegar, mix it up again, and get a little more runniness to it. All right, we'll be back in a minute. Okay, I added another 1/4 cup of vinegar, and it seems to have given a consistency that I kind of prefer. Again, this is all just experimentation. So what we're doing now is we're going to get these bottles filled up. These are, I believe, 5-ounce jars. And there we go. I'm going to get them filled up, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so I ended up with about 1 2/3 bottles. It's pretty awesome. I have tasted it. It's very nice stuff. And I just want to mention, using these bottles from the dollar store, regardless of actually where you get them, this is not something that is shelf reliable. You need to keep these in the fridge. They will last, I believe, for months in the fridge, but you cannot keep them just out on a shelf. Make sure they're refrigerated. Okay? Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and we will talk to you soon. Bye now.